£450,000. That is what my wife's boyfriend paid me. Not a court fine, not a divorce settlement, but a bank transfer from his business account. Every pound legal. All because of where I live. I am 49, a land surveyor in the south of England for over 25 years. My job is simple to explain and bloody hard to do. Most people think they know where their land ends. I find out where it actually ends. Some days it is me, a theodolite, and 100-year-old parish maps. Other days it is two neighbors screaming over a fence while I hold the pegs. Boundaries are my whole life. Keep that in mind, because this is a story about a man who crossed one. My marriage was 17 years old. She is 46, manages patient diaries at a dental surgery. We have a daughter, 15, who plays netball and wants to be a vet. Normal house, normal mortgage, normal marriage as far as I knew. I never checked her phone. I never followed her car. The way I found out was so strange I still shake my head. A process server found me at 9:30 in the morning. I was knee-deep in a drainage ditch holding a surveyor's rod. A young bloke in a polo shirt handed me a large envelope, said, "Cheers, mate," and walked off. I opened it and read it twice. A court order. I was being asked to give a statement in a divorce case. Not my divorce. I read the names. Did not recognize the wife at all. The husband I knew in 1 second. Our insurance broker. Auto, home, life. 12 years. Every spring he did a family policy review. My wife handled that. I stood in a ditch holding a piece of paper with his name on it, and I could not figure out what his divorce could possibly want from me. Most men find the texts. I was handed the answer before I knew the question. I called the solicitor's office. A senior partner called me back at 6 o'clock. I took the call in my driveway because the girls were inside. He was an older bloke with a flat, slow voice. He asked if I was sitting down. He said, "My client's husband has been involved with a married woman. We believe that woman is your wife." I watched my kitchen window while he talked. My wife was in there making tacos with our daughter. He said 9 months. He had a private investigator's report. The affair had a paper trail, and the paper trail had my address on it. I stayed in the driveway long after he hung up. Through the glass, my family looked like a commercial for my life. I did not blow up. I went inside, ate 2 tacos, asked my daughter about netball practice, and the next morning I made the call that mattered. The solicitor sat me down in a conference room 2 towns over. He slid a folder over and let me read. Surveillance logs, typed, dated. 9 months of midday meetings. A cottage rental in Dorset booked under his agency's card. Petrol receipts. Photographs. I looked at 4 and closed the folder. The solicitor waited me out. Then he said, "In this jurisdiction, what is in that folder is worth money." I thought he meant his client's divorce. He meant me. England and Wales is one of the last places where a betrayed spouse can sue the affair partner directly. Criminal conversation. Do not let the word fool you. It is civil. It is about the act itself. That folder stopped being a knife and started being a deed. I told my wife on a quiet evening after our daughter went to a sleepover. I did not yell. I put the court order on the kitchen table and said, "I know about him." She sat down slow, like the chair might not be there. The first thing she said was, "It has not been going on long." I said, 9 months, a cottage in Dorset, and an investigator say otherwise. She cried. I believe the crying was real. What she said next still haunts me. Please do not make this bigger than it is. Bigger than it is. 38 days later, his name was on a civil claim form. When she heard, my phone stacked 6 missed calls. The 7th I answered. She said, "You are suing him to punish me." I said, "I am suing him because the law lets me." She said, "He would be ruined." I said, "Ruined men can still write checks." We separated that month. I stayed in the house with our daughter. She moved in with her cousin across the county line. The broker had a story moving through town. In his story, my marriage was dead long before he showed up. He was a shoulder, not a cause. My solicitor buried that story in paper. Anniversary trip photos from 14 months back. A card she wrote me 3 weeks before the pie's first entry. Texts where my wife told her sister we were doing better than ever. You cannot alienate a corpse, my solicitor said. This marriage was alive when he got to it. First, I had to give my statement in their divorce. Her solicitor asked questions I had never thought to ask. Was I aware of a conference in March? I was. He slid a cottage booking across with those dates. Was I aware of a second conference in August? I was, and I dropped her at the airport. The flight was never boarded. The refund went to a card I did not know existed. I learned my marriage's real timeline under oath. £4 a page. That is what humiliation costs. My daughter found out from a kid at school. Small towns do maths fast. She came home wearing a face from when she was 6. She asked point blank if her mother had a boyfriend. I gave her the truth in the smallest sentences I could build. She did not cry in front of me. She went to practice the next day and scored 2 goals, angry ones. We filed the lawsuit. Criminal conversation. The number we put on it was £600,000. My solicitor built it like an estimate. 17 years of marriage, a teenage daughter whose home now has a slash in it, and his conduct. He pursued a client's wife on appointments my family paid for. Those policy reviews every spring. 11 meetings in his calendar were not in his assistant's book.